Hey guys. I hope everyone's staying safe during quarantine. These are pretty weird times, but it's important that we go about our lives just like we would, just from the safety of our own homes. So let's prepare for next year with some presidential elections, and I got some news for y'all.
I'm a 2020 president candidate.
And today, it's my job to explain to you why I am the best candidate that you will be voting for come this week. But first, a little bit of background about myself. I've been on the team since I was in 8th grade. In the 4 years that I've competed with Coral, I've had the opportunity to compete with not only the best that our state has to offer, but the entire country as well. Throughout my time on the team, I've won state in DX, I've been a nationals 3 times, and I was a national finalist in impromptu speaking. The entire time, I've made a lot of good memories and more friends than I could have ever imagined. But here's the thing. None of that matters. I'm not running for president because of my qualifications or experience. I'm running because I want to ensure that everyone else on the team has just as much fun as I've had in the 4 years that I've been on the team. This year, I was lucky enough to work with Victoria and Mackenzie on the presidency. And we had a pretty good year.
From Coral Academy of Science, Las Vegas, Caden Denny.
and Alicia Vela.
Victory Stewart from Coral Academy, Christopher Droposh from Coral Academy, and Yusuf Khan from Coral Academy.
Boy, was that fun, but it's my job to ensure that next year is even more fun. And to do that, we go to my plan. First things first, what I think that we really do need to focus on is something that I love probably more than anybody else here. Food. No, more specifically, eating food together. I really want to push for team dinners this year, something that Coral historically hasn't done very much. And there's a reason for it. Really, there's two. Firstly, Coral isn't a zoned school, so we don't all live next to each other, so it can be hard to coordinate that kind of thing. But the second problem is actually probably more prevalent and a bigger roadblock to having team dinners. On Saturday nights after tournaments, we're tired. Here's the thing. Team dinners wouldn't be mandatory, and they would just be something that is an option for anybody who really wants to go to them. Hang out with friends and spend time outside of the debate, just, being teenagers like we should be. At the end of the day, this one really doesn't mean that much, but it's important to me, and I think it's important to everyone that I've talked to this year. Being part of a family like that is something that separates good teams from great ones. Sometimes sharing a meal is the best option we have. The second thing that I'm pushing for is something that I know for a fact both me and my opponent agree on. We need better communication. I remember arriving at tournaments and Miss Sloan would need us to contact a student for one reason or another, but the three of us just kind of looked at each other because none of us had their contact information. Next year, we're making a change. Firstly, I'm going to go out of my way to ensure that I have contact information of every single member on the team who's competing. But secondly, and this is arguably more important, I really do want to ensure an effective line of communication between captains and the students that are in their specific event. For a captain, if you're trying to contact somebody, you can't get a phone number, get a Snapchat. Can't get a Snapchat, get an Instagram. Can't get an Instagram, get a Discord. Can't get a Discord, get an email. Effective communication might seem pretty boring, but it is a necessity when it comes down to having an effective and successful team in the long run. All right, guys. The final thing I'm pushing for is arguably the most important. We need to get to know each other. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know everybody on the team, and we're a really small school. That's a problem. See, in order to actually be an effective team, and for me to be an effective president, I really do need to know everybody who's on the team, and that's my responsibility to ensure that you are competing at the best of your ability. And part of that comes down to knowing what your name is. And the first step to that is actually not just me going out of my way to talk to you, but all of us hanging out together. Other teams have activities that they do outside of school on a regular basis. Coral oftentimes kind of slacks out on stuff like that. It is my goal to ensure that next year we have at least one out-of-school activity per quarter. The best thing about this is I want the proposals for the ideas for what we can do to come from you, the members on the team. What do you guys want to go out and do to hang out outside of the absolute nerd fest that is speech and debate? Here's the thing. I love speech and debate. I've devoted more time to it than I realistically should have. I've dedicated my entire high school career not only to bettering myself, but helping new kids in Congress. Helping an OO team that I guarantee will absolutely destroy me next year. And just being a team player whenever possible. So on that note, my name is Caden Denning, and I approve this message.